Hello, welcome to the review where I watch all the garbage so you don't have to. Thanks for clicking on the link. I appreciate it. Today's video is on Rachel the Neck Maddow and her lies, specifically about Tulsi Gabbard. I hope you all enjoy the video.
So here are 6 things to know about Donald Trump's pick to be the Director of National Intelligence. Thing number 1. First thing to know about Tulsi Gabbard is that she started off life as an anti-homosexuality activist. Tulsi Gabbard was homeschooled her whole life, except for 2 years she reportedly spent in the Philippines attending a Hare Krishna school run by disciples of the self-proclaimed guru that she and her family follow, a group that has defectors who say it's an abusive authoritarian cult. More on that in a moment. But while Tulsi Gabbard was being homeschooled in Hawaii, her dad was founding and leading a whole litany of anti-gay organizations in Hawaii. He even had an anti-gay radio show called Let's Talk Straight Hawaii. The whole point of the radio show, the whole point of every episode of the radio show was how terrible gay people are.
So this Rachel the Neck Maddow is talking about Tulsi's parents when Tulsi was a child. This is how low these scumbags will go. And if they had an anti-gay show, I don't even really care. This, like I said, is America and people can do what they want, believe what they want. I have no problem with gay people, never have, never will. Other than the forcing it on the kids thing, I don't like that. But otherwise, I don't give a shit if you're gay. But the fact that she has to attack Tulsi's parents, who Tulsi doesn't have a choice who her parents are or what they do. The fact that Rachel the Neck Maddow has to attack her parents just shows how little there is to go after Tulsi Gabbard for.
Must have been an amazing show. Her father once flew from Hawaii all the way to North Carolina to lead a protest against there being a gay character on.
Yeah, so we should string Tulsi up because her dad did that. I mean, this is just, these people are freaking sick, man. They truly are sick.
As part of her own anti-gay fervor, Tulsi Gabbard campaigned to ban gay people from getting married. She led a protest to ban gay people even from being allowed to have civil unions. She worked for an anti-gay organization that said gay people should be subjected to conversion therapy.
Now, let me say something here. Donald Trump was the very first president to enter office backing gay marriage. The very first one. Obama was against gay marriage. Joe Biden's been against gay marriage. Hillary Clinton's been against gay marriage. Every single one of them has been against gay marriage publicly. Because there were political reasons they did that. They did it because it was expedient back in the day. People didn't want gay marriage. And I'll tell you what, Rush Limbaugh used to talk about this all the time. Once you give them gay marriage, they're going to want marriage to their pets. Then they're going to want this. Then they're going to want women or men in the women's room, men in women's sports. And you know what? He was totally right. Totally right. We gave them that. We gave them the gay marriage, and it's not enough, and it's never going to be enough.
To cure them so they won't be gay anymore? Perhaps needless to say, but conversion therapy is neither therapy nor does it convert anyone.
I don't know a ton about the conversion therapy. I do know that some people it has helped move away from their gayness. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not saying it's for everybody. And I could see where it could harm. But parents have a right to raise their kids the way they want to raise them in this country. And if their kid comes out as gay and their parents want to try some conversion therapy just to make sure that the kid's not making a choice out of being cool or something like that, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
When Tulsi Gabbard decided to get into politics more broadly, when she decided to run for Congress as a Democrat in blue state Hawaii, she started apologizing for her anti-gay past, saying she had changed and she didn't believe any of those anti-gay things anymore. Now that she has left Democratic Party politics, Tulsi Gabbard has reverted back to form. She introduced an anti-trans bill just before she left Congress in 2020, a couple years.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hear what she just said? An anti-trans bill. But read the headline here. She introduced a bill that would ban trans women and girls from female sports. That's a far cry from introducing an anti-trans bill. But of course, we can't expect the truth from Rachel the Neck Maddow.
About that supposed cult thing. Tulsi Gabbard's family moved to Hawaii in 1983 to join the disciples of this self-proclaimed guru in Hawaii. His name is Chris Butler. He had started an offshoot there of the Hare Krishna movement.
So again, Tulsi has so much bad about her, she has to go back to Tulsi's parents in item number 3. So item number 1 about Tulsi Gabbard and item number 3 are both condemning the parents, not Tulsi Gabbard. This is just ridiculous. I'm skipping over the attacks on the parents because the parents have nothing to do with Tulsi. So I'm skipping over this garbage. Let's go to item number 4. I can't wait to see what it is.
She literally moved to the state of New Hampshire ahead of the primary there. She rented a house in New Hampshire and moved in. She nevertheless only got 3% of the vote in New Hampshire. Tulsi Gabbard, perhaps it will not surprise you to hear this, proclaimed the 2020 presidential contest to be rigged. To be rigged.
I'm sorry, but didn't they rig the 2020 presidential contest for Joe Biden? I'm pretty sure they pulled all that super delegate garbage that they always pull. The Democrat Party hasn't had a real primary, national primary, as far as I can remember, in the last 3 elections. They pushed Obama in 2008. It was supposed to be Hillary. If you remember, Hillary was supposed to be the chosen one in 2008. But they passed her over, which really pissed her off, by the way. They passed her over for Obama. And then in 2016, Bernie Sanders was running, and he was running away with it. And then they started pulling all this super delegate garbage and with Hillary, because Hillary was supposed to be the next up because they skipped her over for Obama. So for Hillary to win the primary, they started pulling that super delegate shit and basically pushed Bernie out. And then in the primary, I'm trying to remember what exactly happened in the primary in 2020, but I guarantee you, Joe Biden was not the pick of the people at the beginning of the primaries. But again, they pushed everybody out. They made deals for people to drop out so Biden would be the nominee. I can't remember who was still in it, but they made deals with several people that were in the primary to drop out and endorse Joe Biden, and that's exactly what they did. The primary in 2020 was not fair, was not remotely fair, and Rachel Maddow is being completely dishonest right now. Oh yeah, and they came out and said Tulsi Gabbard was a Russian plant. Remember that? Hillary Clinton, everybody, because I think she was actually, if I remember correctly, Tulsi wasn't doing terrible in the primaries. I mean, she got what's her name, Kamala to drop out pretty quickly early in the primaries, and then all of a sudden, all the head Democrats, Hillary and all them, came out and said she was a Russian plant. Of course, it was fixed. It was fixed against her because she was too moderate for that party.
Gabbard's bottom-of-the-barrel presidential campaign did take up a lot of her time, though, so much so that while she was campaigning, she missed 85% of the votes that happened in Congress.
If that is true, and I would imagine it probably is, because they could have a lot of votes going on. That's not cool. I wouldn't say that's really cool of her to do that, but this is probably the only thing on this list so far that has any merit whatsoever.
Quotes like this one emerging on Capitol Hill once Trump announced that he was picking her. Quote, "Behind closed doors, people think she might be compromised. Like, it's not hyperbole. There are members of our conference who think she is a Russian asset," said the Republican Senate aide. Tulsi Gabbard has insisted over and over again that she's definitely.
And there we go. She's a Russian asset. They have nothing. Nothing. The only thing they had here was number 4, where she missed a lot of her votes as a congressman. That's all they had. They attacked the parents on 2 of them. They attacked some other garbage on the other one. And number 4 was the only legitimate bad thing they had to say about Tulsi. So now they're going back to she's a Russian asset. Yeah, just like Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation. You know, you guys remember that story. 21 intelligence agents all came out and said Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation to fix the election for Trump. You know, kind of like that. What a bunch of crap.
Not a Russian asset. She has no idea why people keep saying that. That said, Russian state media has described her as a, quote, Russian agent. They've also described her as our, quote, girlfriend.
Russian state media is putting out propaganda to sow chaos in America? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Why would Russian state media put out propaganda to sow chaos in our political system? Why would they do such a thing? Freaking moron. Rachel, I think all of Rachel's brains are in her neck.